Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to talk about an update to an existing product that we have, and that's our Vertick system that allows you to take any sticks, whether they're B sticks or any stick that has a cutout in it, and attach it to your stand vertically with these threaded knobs. So let's dive into it and talk a little bit more about the updates that we've made and changes that will make the system even better. So what the Vertick system is, I created this product probably like a year and a half, 2 years ago, and it's these blocks here that you can mount to the bottom of your stand, whether it's a B stand or any of the Lone Wolf Custom Gear stands or the XOP stands, you name it, any of those stands, as long as that rung is 3/4 of an inch wide or thick. Wide is actually the dimension you're looking for, but it can't be more than that. So it works with almost every stand out in the market that we've tested. So basically what it's going to do is there's this block here, and it's going to allow you to take your sticks. So I take these sticks right here, and I can mount them like this, and then I'll take a threaded rod and go right through it and mount it to my stand. A little bit easier for guys who run the B sticks because they have the holes in them, but you can make these work for any sticks that either have a hole or you're willing to put a hole in that's a 5/16 in diameter or more. So some of the changes that we've made, if you are an early adopter to our Vertick system, reach out to us. We'll help you out with this and getting you the most recent updates to these. But the biggest one is the block system here. So our very first design for this block system, the thing was 3D printed. We had 3D printed parts that we actually tapped the threads into it. It worked. The nice thing about it was the threads actually helped kind of keep the threaded rod from spinning easily. We thought that that was a nice feature. It was, but it wasn't 100% necessary. So what we did is we basically drop all these bolts and nuts out of here. We put a recessed square nut in there. So this is a machine square nut made out of steel. This is going to allow you to be able to take your threaded rod and spin it real nice and easy. So it gets you actually, the nice thing about it is it's going to last forever. And then the other side of it is it's quick for threading your sticks into the Vertick block. So that was one big update that we've made. The other thing that we've done is the back plate is a universal back plate. So it works for all stands. Before we had it like cut out and to the desired thickness of your stand's rungs. So this is actually a piece of solid aluminum that's anodized. So you'll have that. So this will give it that rigidity to last forever. And then also the universal side of it, so you can use it for any of the stands. Comes with your 4 bolts and nuts, so that doesn't change. But the other huge update that we made is these threaded knobs. These are actually 3D printed now. So what we had a problem with the previous version is sourcing threaded knobs that were long enough for the stud to be able to stick through your sticks and then into the Vertex block. So we actually 3D print these now, and then you run a fully threaded hex head into these, and then we just basically, if you want to change these out to a different one, you just take a little socket set, and then you just loosen it up, and then what you can do is just literally thread this all the way out, because how it's staying in there is there's a recessed nut in there that allows it to basically grab on there. So basically, I'm not going to take this all the way out, but you would be able to take this on and off. That comes with the nice thing about this system. So what it's going to come with is it's going to come with it already installed on your long threaded rod, which is meant for 2 B6, but then it'll come with an extra bolt or screw that you can use for if you're running 1 B stick. So that's basically what your system is going to be. Like I said, this universally works with all sticks out in the market, as long as there's a cutout or a hole that is at least 5/16 in diameter. So the nice thing about this is before you got 1 threaded rod or knob that was set, you couldn't change this out. So if you're running a different set of sticks and your spacing is different and you want to buy a different bolt, you can do that to switch it out. So you just need at least 1.25 inches in length plus the spacing of your sticks. So you're basically going to take the bottom portion of your stick to the top portion, whatever that measurement is, add 1.5 inches or 1.25 inches to it, no more than 1 7/3, and that's a threaded bolt that you're going to find. It needs to be fully threaded because it needs to go all the way into that nut. So that's kind of the updates I wanted to roll through for you guys. Let's go through how it looks on the stand, how to get it set up for those guys that aren't familiar with this system. All right, so like I said before, this is already installed on my B stick stand. I'll show you on the 0.5 that I have how I installed it there. But basically what you're going to do is you're going to start threading these into your beast or your Vertex blocks, your bolts and your nuts, and then you're just going to start like loosely getting them on your stand. Don't crank everything down yet because you just want to make sure these are in the right spot. So the first thing I'll do is I'll take my sticks, I'll turn it this way so you can kind of see it maybe, and I'll actually lay them down on my stand. So you can kind of see here, I'm able to kind of look at where the best spot to mount my sticks are, and then from there I'll find a corresponding rung to a hole that works. So here I found that is the best spot. So then I would put my threaded rod through there, and then I would just make sure it aligns, and then feel if it's starting to thread. This one is starting to thread, so I'd call that good. Once I know where it's at, I would then crank those lock nuts down. You don't have to get them super tight. They just need to be a little tight to keep it from sliding around on the stand. So if you over tighten this, you could run into an issue where you actually crack the 3D printed part. So you don't really need to tighten that all, like, don't muscle it down, just get it snug. They're lock nuts, they're not going to move on you. So this is kind of where I found is the best spot for me with a B stand. So you can kind of see here, if you want to cheat the system, if you already have the B stand, you don't want to have to figure out where to mount them. I mount it here, so you have your 3 triangles, and then the next rung down on the outside of it. I push it all the way to the edge, and that's good for me. So this is the 0.5 by Lone Wolf Custom Gear. This is kind of your worst case scenario for the tree stand setup because it's their smallest tree stand. I have a turret on here, bow hanger, and then their seat is kind of right in the way. So this is kind of like the worst case scenario that I found for mounting the Vertick system with your sticks on here. So you can kind of see here, I mounted it here, so you have your T bracket here, mounted just below that. It's just to the right of where that bow hanger port is. So what I found is I tested out with the 2 sticks here for the B sticks. I can mount it like that. I drop my threaded rod through just to make sure it fits. It does. And then I'll just start tightening this down. The biggest thing is just making sure that threaded rod goes all the way through. And if it doesn't, you just got to make sure you just align the Vertex block up to that. Again, this will work with any sticks. If you're running the compacts and you want a way to mount these to the stand better than maybe the J-hooks, not saying the J-hooks are bad, it's just another option. But that's the system on the 0.5, because I know there's a lot of guys that are running the B sticks and they want to integrate them into the 0.5 a little bit better. We have our stick tamer that goes on the stand, but this is just another option that's actually solid. Those are a bungee system, so it's going to be a little loose, but this is not budging. So you can kind of see it works with a 0.5. I didn't mount it over here because I don't really run the 0.5. It's just more for demonstrating for you guys and whatnot. Well, guys, that is the Vertick system. You can kind of see it on the B stand here. This is a complete package to help get those sticks so they're not running horizontal, not increasing your footprint outside your frame of your body to help you so you don't get hung up on trees and sticks and whatever. So if you're interested in this, please check out our website. We think this is a perfect addition that anybody that's hunting mobily with a tree stand and using specifically the B stand, it works great on that, but it works with any other stand. So as always, stay tuned to our channel, guys. We're excited to bring you a lot of new products that are coming to our site here very, very soon. So stay tuned, and we'll talk to you guys later.